You've heard the horror stories about someone being in labor for days. Let's put that into perspective, shall we? Hi, I'm Melissa Evans. I began as a childbirth educator in 2004 and still love my job. I have grown to also include parenting educator and lactation educator and other fun things. But I really want families to be strong, and I firmly believe that that begins with birth. So here I am offering my classes for free on YouTube so you can watch anytime, anywhere without it hitting your checkbook. Please know that I am not a medical professional or a lawyer, so use common sense and talk things over with professionals that you trust. But for now, let's look at how much time is actually spent working during labor. This is one of my favorite exercises to do in in-person class. So you'll have to play along. We are going to make up a labor. This is not your labor. This Cindy cervix labor, we're going to be totally mean to, okay? Trust me, there's a point. So here's what we're doing. We're going to say how far apart the contractions are, how long they're lasting, and for how many hours that is happening. And then we're going to do some math. Ready? So let's say contractions start 20 minutes apart. And if they're that far apart, they probably aren't lasting very long. So let's say 30 seconds. This is probably going to happen for a while. I told you I'm going to be mean, okay? So 24 hours. But then eventually something's going to shift, things are going to get closer together and more intense. So let's say they go to 15 minutes. And maybe they start lasting longer. I'd say 45 seconds. Let's do this for another day. Told you, it's not your labor. Also, this isn't going to be happening like 20 to 15 right away, but the calculus is not something I'm willing to do. Okay, I'll be honest, it's probably not something I'm able to do anymore. It's been a while since those days. And then it's going to get closer, so let's say 10 minutes. Is it up to 60 seconds yet? Sure. And let's say at least 12 hours. And then they're going to get closer, but we're not going to jump to 5 because now it's going to be a little bit more intense. Let's go to 7. Keep it at 60 seconds. That's pretty traditional. And we're going to keep it at least 12 hours. I'm thinking 15. And then they're going to get closer. The traditional 5 minutes apart. Let's keep it at the 60 seconds. And again, not your labor, don't worry, okay? Okay, let's say that's happening for a while. How about 18 hours? This would be that more active labor, and then things are going to get more intense as we head into transition. So let's say every 3 minutes. And those puppies are going to last 90 seconds. This typically is about half an hour, but we're going to be mean here. We're going to say 3 hours. So there's transition. And then things are going to space out as we go into second stage. So let's go back to 5 minutes. And 60 seconds. Most moms push 1 to 3 hours. We're being a little on the mean side, so let's say 4. Okay, now baby is pushed out. There's some contractions for third stage, which we've already talked about, but let's not count those. Now for the math. If mom's contractions are 20 minutes apart, then she's only having about 3 per hour. So in 24 hours, that'll be 72 contractions, which is about 36 minutes. If her contractions are 15 minutes apart, then there's about 4 per hour. So we're looking at 96 contractions. And 96 times 0.75, that means 72 minutes worth. Now we're at 10 minutes apart, so 6 per hour, 6 times 12, we're back to 72. And if they're lasting a minute, that's 72 minutes of work. So 60 divided by 7 times 15 equals 63. So that's 63 more minutes. Now we're at 12 an hour. So 12 times 18, yes, I have my silly little calculator out here, is 216. That's still 1 minute, 216 minutes. 3 per hour. Now we're looking at 20 of them per hour, so 60 contractions, lasting 90 seconds, so 60 plus 30 is 90. And spacing back out again, we are back down to 12 times 4 is 48. So in this labor that we would say was what? 48, 60, 75, 85 plus 8 would be 93, 96, 100 hours. One might say that it is approximately, and I'm not going to do this in my head. Wake up, wake up. 72 plus 96 plus 72 plus 63 plus 216, 60 plus 48, assuming the calculator didn't fail, 627 contractions. Sounds pretty significant, right? Okay, but here we go. 36, 72, 72, 63, 216, 90, and 48. That's 597 minutes divided by 60. That is a little less than 10 hours. So in this, more than a work week worth of time, only 10 of it was spent actually working. Because between contractions, it's like you are now. There's minimal sensation. Please know, these early ones, hopefully you're walking, talking, and sleeping through them. They should not require a whole heck of a lot of attention, okay? Right here, they're going to start requiring attention. This is when it gets intense, and that will take your breath away. And that's okay. Labor is designed to be intense, overwhelming. Not suffering, though. So this right here is when we'd say, you probably were noticing them more. This would be prodromal labor, early labor, practice labor. This shouldn't require all of your attention. So there, how's that feel? Does that put it into perspective just a little bit? 10 hours of work with breaks consistently in between them. You can do this. Tell me what you think. Let me know in the comments. Please like this video, share it with your friends, and be sure to subscribe. I'll be posting new classes every week, and I don't want you to miss out. Until next time, know your options and own your birth.